Welcome to another episode of Forgotten Tales. In this episode, we're embarking on a journey through time to explore how spices, seemingly simple ingredients, have had a monumental impact on human civilization. From the mythical lands where they were first discovered to the powerful empires that sought to control them, spices have a rich history filled with intrigue, adventure, and even conflict. So grab your favorite seasoning, and let's uncover the aromatic roads that have led to some of the most fascinating chapters of our shared history. Have you ever wondered what it was about a tiny jar of spice that could spark wars, fuel exploration, and change the course of history? The allure of rare spices has driven explorers to the ends of the earth, igniting a global trade that transformed cultures. Today we will delve deep into the captivating history of rare spices, those tiny, aromatic treasures that have not only tantalized our taste buds, but also shaped our world in unimaginable ways. Our story begins thousands of years ago in the lush forests of Southeast Asia, where spices like nutmeg, cloves, and cardamom were first cultivated. These spices were so highly prized that they were often worth their weight in gold, setting the stage for what would become one of the world's most lucrative trades. The earliest records of spice trade date back to ancient civilizations such as Egypt, where spices were used not only in cooking but also in religious rituals and mummification processes. For instance, cinnamon was mentioned in the Bible as a sacred ingredient, while myrrh and frankincense were among the gifts offered to the infant Jesus by the Magi. These spices were highly valued for their aromatic qualities and medicinal properties, leading to their widespread use in ancient cultures. As time progressed, the demand for spices grew and the trade routes expanded. The Arab traders played a crucial role in this process, acting as the middlemen who transported spices from the East to Europe. The lucrative nature of this trade allowed them to amass considerable wealth, and they were keen to keep the sources of these spices a closely guarded secret. The spice trade routes became known as the Spice Road, connecting the East to the West and facilitating not just the exchange of goods but also ideas and cultures. This network stretched from the islands of Indonesia through the Arabian Peninsula and into Europe, forming the backbone of a thriving economy. As European nations sought to break the Arab monopoly on spice trade, the age of exploration began. In the late 15th century, explorers like Vasco da Gama and Christopher Columbus set sail into the unknown, driven by the promise of spices that could make them wealthy. Imagine the thrill of these adventurers setting sail, equipped with nothing but their ships, navigational tools, and an insatiable curiosity for what lay beyond the horizon. Columbus, for instance, initially sought a route to Asia but instead stumbled upon the Americas. His journey opened the floodgates to exploration, and soon, other explorers followed suit. The Portuguese were the first to establish direct sea routes to India, discovering the Maluku Islands, also known as the Spice Islands, where cloves and nutmeg were abundant. This discovery shifted the balance of power in trade, allowing Portugal to monopolize the spice market for a time. As spices made their way into European kitchens, they transformed not only diets but also social customs. In the Middle Ages, spices were a luxury reserved for the elite. Saffron, known for its vibrant color and unique flavor, became a status symbol. It was so valuable that it was often used as currency, traded for its weight in gold. Picture a grand feast in a medieval castle, where the scent of saffron-infused dishes fills the air, signifying the host's wealth and prestige. Beyond their culinary uses, spices played significant roles in medicine and food preservation. For instance, cloves and garlic were believed to ward off infections and disease, making them staples in households. In a time when the understanding of health was rudimentary, spices were often viewed as remedies. The writings of ancient herbalists, like Dioscorides, detailed the medicinal properties of various spices, leading to their widespread adoption in traditional medicine. Spices also helped preserve meats and fish long before refrigeration was invented. Salt and spices acted as natural preservatives, allowing food to be stored for extended periods. This was crucial in a time when fresh food was not readily available year-round. Spices such as pepper and mustard were commonly used to mask the flavors of spoiled meat, making them essential in daily diets. As trade expanded, the exchange of spices also led to a blending of cultures. Different regions began to adopt spices and incorporate them into their cuisines, creating unique culinary traditions. For example, the introduction of chili peppers from the Americas to Europe resulted in a culinary revolution, giving rise to the spicy dishes we associate with various cultures today. Similarly, the fusion of spices in Indian cuisine, influenced by centuries of trade, has produced a rich tapestry of flavors and dishes that continue to be celebrated worldwide. Spices became not only a part of everyday life, but also a means of cultural expression. The spice trade fostered interactions between diverse cultures, allowing for the sharing of culinary techniques, recipes, and flavors that have enriched global cuisine. The interplay of spices across cultures created a vibrant tapestry of flavors that we still enjoy today. However, the quest for spices was not without its dark chapters. As the demand for these valuable commodities grew, so did competition among nations. The race to control spice trade routes led to wars, colonization, and the exploitation of lands and peoples. The Dutch and British East India Companies emerged as powerful forces, wielding influence over vast territories in their quest to secure rare spices. One of the most notorious events in spice history was the Dutch seizure of the island of Banda, the world's only source of nutmeg at the time. To eliminate competition, the Dutch resorted to extreme measures, massacring the local population and establishing a brutal monopoly that would last for decades. This tragic episode in history highlights the lengths to which powerful nations would go to control spice trade, often at the expense of indigenous populations. The British East India Company, on the other hand, took a different approach. They established trade relations and alliances with local rulers, gradually expanding their influence in India and beyond. This led to the establishment of British colonial rule in many regions, significantly impacting the local economy and culture. The spice trade was a driving force behind these colonial ambitions, as spices were a key component of British cuisine and commerce. The conflicts that arose from the spice trade also resulted in the spread of European influence across the globe. As European powers established colonies, they brought spices back to their homelands, leading to a culinary revolution that forever changed European dining. Dishes that were once considered exotic became staples in European cuisine, as spices like curry, ginger, and turmeric found their way into everyday cooking. Yet, amidst this turmoil, spices also served as a bridge between cultures. The exchange of spices led to a flow of ideas, practices, and even people across continents. The interactions between different cultures facilitated the sharing of culinary techniques and ingredients, paving the way for the globalization of food we experience today. Today, spices continue to play an integral role in our culinary experiences. They are not just ingredients, they are a testament to the history of trade, exploration, and cultural exchange. The legacy of spices is evident in our global cuisines, with flavors from every corner of the world intermingling on our plates. Take a moment to think about your favorite dishes. How many spices do they contain? From the fiery heat of chili peppers to the sweet warmth of cinnamon, every spice tells a story of human connection, trade, and the relentless pursuit of flavor. The journey of spices has also led to a renewed interest in their health benefits, as modern research continues to explore their potential in promoting well-being. Turmeric, for example, has gained popularity for its anti-inflammatory properties, while ginger is celebrated for its ability to aid digestion. The health benefits of spices are now more recognized than ever, as people seek natural remedies and ways to enhance their overall well-being. Moreover, the culinary world has seen a revival of interest in traditional spice blends and ancient recipes. Chefs and home cooks alike are rediscovering the art of using spices to create complex and flavorful dishes. The resurgence of global cuisines, along with the rise of fusion cuisine, has made spices more accessible and appreciated than ever before. The spice trade has also evolved in the modern era, with sustainability and ethical sourcing becoming paramount. Consumers are now more conscious of where their spices come from, leading to a growing demand for fair trade and organic products. This shift reflects a broader awareness of the impact of our choices on the environment and communities around the world. What's your favorite spice and the story behind it? Have you ever experienced a dish that transported you to another place and time? Your insights can help us all appreciate the rich history and cultural significance of these ingredients we often take for granted. Share your comments below. In our next episode, we'll dive into the fascinating world of fermentation. Discover how this ancient practice has shaped cultures, preserved food, and transformed flavors across the globe. We'll explore the science behind fermentation, the various types of fermented foods, and their impact on our health and society. And as always, if you enjoyed this journey through time, hit the like button, share this video with fellow history lovers, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode of Forgotten Tales. Until next time, remember, history is full of stories waiting to be uncovered, stories that blur the line between myth and reality.